Are we ready? Are we ready? Next few weeks are going to be very interesting. And it's all about raising your frequency. We have to focus on raising our frequency. I'm getting all sorts of interesting information. Starships are coming to rescue us. Donald Trump's coming back into power. John McAfee's stuff is going to be released in the next couple of days. All truths will be revealed. At the same time as all of that, we're getting vaccine passports to go into restaurants, to travel, people bragging about being double jabbed. Mind-boggling times. So this is what I do. Oh, you see that dragonfly? Oh, there's my feet. Oh, there's a dragonfly. See it? Over there? I love dragonflies. Used to have a swimming pool in Marrakesh and there were dragonflies all the time. Amazing creatures. Such a beautiful world, yet hard to see when you're in a state of fear. And I'm not in a state of fear. I'm aware of what's coming. I've been feeling it for a long time, and it does take courage. But being courageous does not mean that you're not aware of the fear, because I'm very aware of the fear. It's terrifying on one hand, but then you have to push through. When I look back on my life and I think about the times that I was most afraid, what always comes to mind is a parachute jump I did with the Red Devils, which is the parachute regiment's display team based in Aldershot in England. I was 19 and we went there and spent 3 days training to jump. I might have told this story before, but if you've not heard it, it's quite funny. 3 days training to jump out of this Islander aircraft, 6 of us in the back. And I remember when it took off, we were all there. Nobody wanted to show fear. And then I remember looking around as we were climbing in the air, and the faces were like, just terrified. But, everybody jumped out, except me. I didn't jump out. The process was that it was a static line, which means that we were trained to go to the door, put our legs out, hold the sides, and look inside the aircraft. And then the guy would make sure we were hooked on, check that, turn around and say jump. So the guy, I got into the door, he turned around to check I was attached. When he turned around, I'd gone. I'd fallen out of the plane. And I remember just going like silent scream, and the plane was a dot in seconds. And then suddenly the parachute opened. And then there was this period of complete calm. You go from extreme fear to complete serenity. If you've ever done a parachute jump, one thing that surprised me was how peaceful it was. I didn't expect it to be so peaceful. And in those moments as you're falling towards the ground, you experience oneness with the world in a way that's quite hard to describe. And then, of course, you get this thing called ground rush, because suddenly it's time to remember how to land and without breaking your leg. And then before you know it, you're on the ground with a parachute in your hand, looking up, going, "Oh my God, did I just do that? That was amazing." So we're surrounded by fear. I just went to a cafe And I'm listening to people going on, oh, I got the jab, I got the second jab, got this jab. It's like fucking everybody's talking about the fucking jab, and there's no point in telling them. There's no point turning around and saying, well, you're going to die. There's just no point, because they're so far gone. And is it because it's their soul's contract? Is it because they're under attack and there's no hope for them? I don't know. All I know is that we have to keep holding the frequency high, get into nature. The iodine, a video yesterday, is amazing. Simple thing, iodine. Doesn't matter whether you get it from activation products or wherever you get it from, just get iodine inside of you. MMS, stop eating bread, stop the alcohol. I've stopped the alcohol, and I still have the occasional wine, but I honestly feel so much better not drinking it. Do what you got to do. Get into nature. Don't live in fear. Remember that we're manifesting everything. We are under attack, but we're co-creators of all of this, and it just needs enough of us to hold the light for long enough. And pushing through the fear, because fear is perception. So just a few moments by this lake. I'll show you it again. Might stick my feet in. I'm not going to stick my feet in. They could probably do with a wash though. I found that there's another lake near here. 6 people drowned in the last week. Guy drowned last night. Guy my age went in, died of a heart attack. Life is fleeting. Life is short. Life is dangerous. It's also amazing. I'm grateful for every single day that I'm here, despite all the things I've been through, despite all the wrongs and things that I've done wrong in my life. I've also done amazing things, and it's the same for all of us. We've all had this mixed bag of incredible experiences, and this right now is the most incredible experience in human history. Strange as fuck. You couldn't make it up, but it is a real blessing to be here. However hard it is, it's a blessing to be here. And I'm worried about my kids. I'm worried about my friends and neighbors and family. Of course I am. But somehow, every day, I wake up with a smile on my face and I think, right, what can I do today? What can I do today to take care of those around me and take care of myself and just keep holding the line? It's an endurance test. It's not panning out the way anybody said it would or thought it would. It's like this continual test. It's a game. It feels so real. That's it's a very persistent illusion. But, nature has the answer. Go out into the trees, sit by a tree, sit by a lake. Simple stuff. Of course, prep if you feel the need to, get food in, get a generator. Some of my friends have bought caravans. Some of them have bought axes and baseball bats. I was contemplating that myself, but I decided against it because, we're manifesting. So I'm not manifesting a violent conclusion to this. I think I trust in God. I trust God completely, which is, I still find, there's still a voice in my head that says, I can't believe that you're actually saying that online, Mark. You denounced God for so long. I did. I thought, how can God allow this evil to happen in the world? The demons that I had to fight myself, how can those, why were they there? We've all got these questions. But when you dig deep, or when you've been forced to dig deep, like I was, you realise that God is real. And and always has your back. You're protected. We're all protected in ways that we might not realize until sometime in the future. But and I'm grateful. I think it's very important to thank all the angels and spirit guides that you have around you, and the elementals. They're all around us all the time. You know, I speak to the stars every night, and there's one in particular I was speaking to last night, and it was basically saying, just, are you afraid? I was like, no, I'm not afraid. You know, I'm a little bit anxious about what's happening, what's going to happen, but that's just because when you allow your frequency to get taken over by the external stuff, that's what happens. So you have to keep consciously trying to get your frequency where you need it to be, and you'll know when it's there. It's fairly obvious. So just thought I'd share a bit of sunshine and lakeage with you today. Whatever you're doing today, make it a good one, make it count. Hug everybody you can. Tell everybody that you love them. Do something kind for a stranger. Whatever it is that you've got to do. And we have got this.